forward to your comments. NBC streaming this up for us. Kenya's lineup, we have in Dimuli Brian. Our captain for Kenya will be Charles. And Josephat will be in the goalkeeper, making sure to keep those balls out. For Zambia, we have George leading the front and Robson as the goalkeeper. That's going to keep the balls out. My name is Feneshta Pinar, and with me I have
Calvin Itungi. Thank you, Fernesta. For the game right now, we have Zambia's men versus Kenya's men. Right after that, we will have the Zambian women versus the Kenyan women. And then at 5 o'clock Central African time, we'll have Namibia's men versus Zimbabwe's men. And the last game of the day will be Namibia's women versus Uganda's women at 7 o'clock later today.
All right, thank you for that. I'm pretty sure everybody has been hearing this quite often. So, but I would like to reiterate this fact. I mean, this is why we are here after all, Calvin. What are the teams actually playing for, right? So the winning teams in the semifinals will qualify not just for the final, but also gain entry into the FIH Hockey Men's Junior World Cup that's going to take place in India. The losing semifinalists will then play the bronze medal match with the winner, becoming the final entrant to the World Cup. So we are actually having 3 teams that are actually going through. This will be the same for the women's that are going to come up later on. They are also going to play the same 3 spots, but their World Cup is going to be in Chile 2025. So it's exciting stuff. The sun is hot. Kenya and Zambia men about to start that game. What do you feel like, Calvin? What are your feelings for this game?
I'm expecting some vibrant hockey with a lot of passion. I mean, these are 2 very great teams, both Kenya and Zambia. I expect some 3D maneuvering skills from Zambia. They've demonstrated some excellent 3D skills throughout the tournament, but Kenya is still a force to be reckoned with. So it's a 50-50 for me,
Yes,
if I'm being honest.
that's correct. Kenya will be playing from the left to the right, and Zambia will be playing from the right to the left. Kenya in their white kit and Zambia in their green and red. This is going to be quite exciting because I have seen the previous games that Kenya had played, and they do utilize their speed pretty well. As you can see, Kenya going down there with Vincent on the baseline. Unfortunately, could not proceed to get that short corner that he was looking for. So, which means that Zambia would now start the ball from the back. Zambia just making sure that they are keeping a good control of that ball, transferring it to the right.
As for our 2 umpires, we have Claudia Peter from South Africa, Mashoko Munyashe from Zimbabwe, and the reserve umpire is Salim Haitham from Egypt.
All right, we got Richard just repossessing that ball from the Kenyans, but he loses it in fact, but they regain that and on the move again with George. Getting a foot there from Alex, who's going to take the ball. Oh no, he decides to leave it for his teammate. Jeremiah passes it then on to Alex. They're going up on the right side, using great 3D skills to try and get past his defenders. Unlucky for him, just took a tumble, but he's going to regroup and go again.
And one thing about the Zambians when it comes to 3D maneuvering skills, you could say that they are a maestro because they play in such symphony with one another.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Kenya on the attack now, but just misses that pass.
Lightning fast dash from the Kenyan player, however.
Isaac couldn't get there,
Isaac,
unfortunately.
yeah.
Tempo gonna restart that ball. Kelvin, do you know that they actually play? They're right now on the log. They're the 5th and 6th place, so they do have quite a lot to play for within this game. Kenya does have a draw, but Zambia still has something to show us in this game, in this tournament right now. Kenya penetrating that circle, taking a shot on the backhand, misses it just by, not by much though.
Um, Taran Kabir misses that shot. However, it was a quick reflex shot, but very well taken from him indeed.
Very well taken. They do still win the long corner. Oh,
Ooh,
that's gonna be unlucky. That is a dangerous play. Ball played into the circle, and Peter says, "Yep, we're gonna blow that out."
one thing that the Kenyans should be very wary of is that Zambia knows how to break down. So if they lose their shape, it's gonna get bad for them indeed.
All right, that's a good note for the Kenyans to take. They do go through the middle, trying to play that ball. Good control at the back. He did see the danger that the Kenyans were trying to penetrate the circle through the middle, and he decided to go back on his right and take the ball up. He did that very well. Still have possession of the ball. One thing that that I've seen that they're trying to do is make sure that they're controlling this tempo of the game really well. Tempo passing that ball while I'm saying that they're controlling the tempo. That is great stuff.
Oh,
And
but unfortunately, Enoch loses the ball and it's a turnover in Kenya's favor. So the restart will be conducted by Frederick from Kenya as he lays it out to Charles, the captain of Kenya.
building up from the right, making sure that they have. Oh, there goes our first aerial. Unfortunately, he just missed his teammate Isaac on the right wing. It's quite a slow start for both teams, Calvin, that I see, which is not a bad thing. I mean, it is the first quarter. We've played just 10, we're just 10 minutes, 5 minutes in it, and so they're just trying to get a feel of both teams, who's gonna attack the 23 much more faster or better to get into the circle. So they are not rushing anything at the moment that we're seeing right now.
Indeed, they aren't. I believe that they are just trying to, see who puts in more energy. Eventually, one team will start setting the tempo. And from the looks of it, it seems like Zambia is just trying to mitigate Kenya's potential attacks. We are
That
yet to see the Zambians go on an attacking streak. It is mostly on Kenya at the moment. But they should be very wary. Once Zambia is on a counter, it's like they're unstoppable. They're just lightning quick to the front.
but it's always a good thing to see. But it should be lightning with a purpose, don't you think, Calvin?
Oh, indeed, indeed. I mean, what's the point of going forward if you're not going forward to get a goal? There should be a purpose, not just getting the ball forward.
I can see that Zambia keeping that half court press going. They're not trying to press too early, too high. So that's how I see that they are trying to manage the game, making sure that they gain control. Most importantly, confidence for the rest of the Zambian team. So I think that's what they're working for. They're trying to gain confidence when it comes to defending the ball, and then when they get the ball into in their possession, then they actually get the boys. They go wide and attack on their links, which is a good strategy, if that is the strategy, of course. Ball going wide. Zambia is still having a great control. Just a quick pass
To
to Richard
Richard.
up front, who's gonna try and maneuver. Oh, he still has the ball. That's great stick work from Richard, but unfortunately loses out there to the Kenyan number 2. Kenya still has possession of the ball. We're gonna see if Isaac is gonna see. We're gonna see what he's gonna do with that ball. Decides to go to the middle, and then they're just gonna. Oh, they just keep it at the back. Regain their momentum. Ball goes back to Isaac. He just in turn decides to keep the ball very securely at the back, and as they transfer the ball up the field. That's good for teamwork, I would say. They're not panicking right now, keeping their calm heads and going for it.
Ah, indeed. Kenya is very high pressing. I can see. I believe they are trying to get a goal in this chaka. But the Zambians are maintaining shape, which is very good on this half court press. doesn't give Kenya any space or an opportunity to press forward. But anything can happen. We are still in the early stages of the game. We could be surprised in this very moment.
Great, great pickup there by Nurman from the Kenyan team. Windsor's team. Oh, what
Oh,
a
what a
shot!
shot!
Shot block. It was dangerous though. Even though he did get a block on that. Jeremiah got a block on that, but quick play into the circle. Good ball control and a shot taken, but unfortunately too close to the players. And Zambia gets to breathe a little air and say, let's take this up again, boys. Keep the possession of the ball and see how we can go up the field.
Zambia just trying to maintain shape while Kenya tries to press.
Good passing. Richard on the ball right now. One-handed pass to his teammate. That's some great work done. Slap inside. Oh,
Wow.
he just missed it out. Enoch not getting on the end of that. Just getting that stick on the end of the ball. But the goalkeeper made sure, Josephat made sure that no balls are going to get into his post just yet.
Ooh.
That was a dangerous clearance from the Kenyan team. And Zambia with our first penalty corner for the day. Let's just see what they are going to do with this one.
What are your expectations from Zambia for this penalty corner based on what you've seen?
Calvin, all I would hope for them is that the injector makes sure that the ball gets really smoothly to the stopper in order for them to get that drag flick away. So that injection is quite important most of the times to get it right, because that's where the entire penalty corner actually starts off. Brilliant save by the goalie. Awesome stuff. He just took a dive to the left, knew exactly where the ball was, and make sure that he is still the man in charge.
However, he did concede another penalty corner.
I think it might have hit his own player with just trying to clear that ball, hit his own teammate. Unfortunately, we have to give that penalty corner again. Goalie is on top of that one once more. Kenny is trying to control that ball. He does do it very well. Does it extremely well. Goalkeeper is awake today. He is making sure no goals are flying past him. Great goalkeeping from the Kenyan side.
And brilliant reaction from Isaacs as he gets the ball out and draws the foul from Zambia to gather 16 for his team.
Kenya still with the ball. That was a high ball coming off the Zambian stick, judged as dangerous.
Zambia still maintaining a high court press.
I have noticed that the Kenyans are always looking out for Isaac, that is making those runs into the pocket. Just a little bit let down that he's not controlling it. I think it was about 3 aerial balls that the Kenyans threw in that pocket, but is Isaac not getting to the end of that?
As we can see, Zambia has gotten more shots on goal. They've equaled their shots as to penetrations, whereas Kenya has gotten a single shot with 2 circle penetrations.
Not a bad stat, Calvin. Not a bad stat at all. Possession is pretty fairly just equal. 53 for Zambia, Kenya on 46. It's literally a 50-50 game.
It's really anybody's game at this point.
At this point, I'm pretty sure by now they have both teams getting the feel of each other already.
Really?
That was some great stuff. Umpire decides that was just enough for him to see to award a penalty corner for the Kenyan team. Straight penalty corner coming in over the 23 line.
Zambia should just be very wary of the breakdown of play. We've seen in previous games that umpires are very strict to that, and following that decision, there could be a potential card in the near future. So, should they just be very wary of such circumstances and avoid such mishaps?
Especially being the fifth and the sixth place. I mean, they do know that three places can go through.
And a
Let's see
win
who's
here
gonna take
could
it
help.
today.
And Kenya takes their first penalty corner, and well saved by the Zambian goalkeeper.
Ah, brilliant stuff done
Brilliant
there.
stuff.
Brilliant stuff done there. I think Jackson making sure that he's keeping those balls out. It has been a goalie contest at this in this first quarter, wouldn't you say, Calvin?
Yeah, indeed it has. But as the game continues, ooh, almost a mistake, but he recycled and replayed it well. The Kenyan player almost made a mistake that could have cost him, but he recycled it well and played it out.
God,
Ah,
that was a good takedown. Yes, as expected. Uh, Brilliant takedown there by Samuel. Wins himself the free hit, and they decide to take it off on the left. The captain drawing that in. Oh,
oh,
what
what a,
what a mess trap there. Unbelievable. That was great quick play, Calvin.
ah.
Literally in the hot line, getting that ball through. Kenyan just mistrapped that ball. Hillary couldn't get a shot away, but the Zambians very awake. Goalie keeper was there at the right side, right front of that, making sure that it's deflected out.
And that's the thing. They should capitalize on such opportunities. Not a lot are coming, so such opportunities when you get them, try to make sure you're clinical and meticulous about each and every chance you get.
That's
However,
correct.
Zambia is now on the counter as we see Mbanda make a direct pass. However, it is played out wide as to a 16, which
Gives
is
Isaac
Isaac will
some time
collect.
to restart. Gives it to his captain. Make sure that the captain always gets a feel of it. See how we're working around, the, how we're gonna attack. Zambia still keeping their circle, the half court press going, not drawing, trying to draw the Kenyans in, making them make the mistakes instead of themselves. Not a good strategy for the first quarter.
And still maintaining that half court press for every time they don't have the ball, which is good because then it limits the amount of space the Kenyans have, but also gives them an opportunity to have a ball on a counter.
That's right. Good ball control there by Samuel. He is gonna win that, and decides to go over Ariel in the left corner pocket. So he gonna get out of it. He does have support at the back, and he uses it very well. Transfers the ball to Samuel.
It seems that the
Great.
Kenyans have found a trick that the Zambians are not seeing. The Kenyans are picking out the pockets and the Zambians are not reading it, and it is showing as the runs that are being made by the Kenyan strikers into the pockets.
They're picking them up very well. You can see the ball transfer between the teammates is very good, and it's very necessary. But it's just a final third, Calvin. They cannot execute that final hit or slap into it for the goal to actually count as a point for them. And we know that they're both playing for 3 points, but they have to concentrate on that final delivery. Right now, they get the ball into the circle, but they think too quickly and taking straight shots at the Zambians. And quite often, as we have seen, it has been high and dangerous balls.
And we get the ball from Isaacs from Zambia as he makes a dashing run to the circle. Brilliant 3D maneuvering skills and draws the foul for Zambia just at the edge of the circle.
That's some great stuff done there.
Abrahams to start the ball at the tip of the circle and plays it back to Ntanda. However, that just marks the end of the first Chaka. This has so far been a good game, very 50-50.
Yep.
You can't clearly tell a clear winner from this. However, it's just the start. As we go on, we will see things get better. So, Fenny, what was your take from this first Chaka from both teams?
Um, Calvin, it's Kenya 0, Zambia 0, right? I know the heat is probably a bit too hot, but it's nothing that we're not used to, right? But like I was saying during the first quarter, Calvin, they are probably just trying to get a feel from each other, um, see who will attack first. As you can see on the highlights, you'll see that the Kenyans have penetrated the circle quite more often than the Zambians have done. Unfortunately, just like I mentioned earlier, they have been taking dangerous shots into into goal, and unfortunately not being able to score those goals.
They are both getting great circle penetration, however, the clinicality at the finishing. I believe both coaches will talk to their players about this and something could be rectified. And we could be seeing some goals in this coming Chaka. As we can see, both teams are getting good circle penetrations,
Yeah.
good opportunities. It's just the finishing touch.
And so, as the Kenyan coach, what are you saying right now?
I would be saying great runs, great pickups from the pockets, especially. We can see that the Zambians are not seeing those. It's just the finishing touch, the cherry on the top, I would say. That's
That
all they really need.
That's correct. I mean, they are not losing out on anything, Calvin. So Kenyans will, I'm pretty sure they're going to keep their high press. They are going to try and go at the Zambians for the second quarter. I am just wondering if Zambians are going to keep their half-court press, or are they going to say, gents, let's just see what we have in our machines. Let's get them legs up on their front foot and catch them. Try and force those mistakes from the Kenyans and then go at them.
If I was the Zambian coach, I would be more on my strikers, trying to tell them try getting more shot opportunities. You're getting great circle penetrations, but try getting those one time chances. I'm realizing the Kenyans are not picking up that the Zambians can also take some one time chances, and the Zambians are not utilizing that opportunity. The Kenyans are very much utilizing it, it's just, however, not in their favor. If the Zambians begin doing that as well, we could see a
Pretty
potential.
exciting game. That's all I want to see. Pretty exciting stuff. The Kenyans then moving up the field with Isaac in the pocket, but he just takes a whack across the field, and no one at the end of that to pick it up. They,
Ooh, beautiful 3D maneuvering skills from the Kenyan Mr. Winyaha Isaacs as he tries to maneuver the ball. However, it is still Kenya's ball. Here they come again. And they draw the short corner. Brilliant stuff from Mungai Gideon of Kenya for drawing a short corner for his team.
Great circle penetration. He knew exactly what he was doing with that one. I appreciate a player that actually decides, keeps his head down, and then does what he thinks he can. Wins himself a hit for his team, a short corner, and another chance to just try again.
We will be seeing a will we be seeing a straight drag from Onyaka Mates, or will it be Captain Charles of Kenya? Or maybe a variation.
Drag, flick. Oh,
Oh,
and another dangerous hit inside. Of course, Peter, like clockwork, he will stop that for safety. Umpires always making sure that they think of that risk factor, making sure all players are safe on the field. As you can see, Peter having a word with them, telling him it's enough now. We have seen in the first quarter they do take very dangerous hits, and it's not even 35 meters away, Calvin.
that's the thing. But that's the thing about Kenya. They're very hungry to want to get that goal. So every chance they get, they will not try to wait. They will just immediately take a whack at it and hope for a goal. And they're on the counter again. Brilliant running from Mungai Gideon of Kenya. However,
It's just back into the players there. That is always every day gonna be
and we
blown
see
against you.
some overheads from Zambia finally. Brilliant overhead from Washa Jeremiah from Zambia onto his teammate Sangai Abrahams. And because the Kenyan player was not 5 meters, it was blown against them. So Zambia still has the ball. And now they're just recycling it and setting up again.
Alex not taking chances, trying to force that ball through, and just making sure to look up, looking at his teammates. And wins the ball for his team. Richard leaving that for Alex. Probably gonna run into space, but Alex decides to go back. Let's recycle from the middle. try going ahead and attacking
Oh,
from the right flank. Great stuff. That is good ball connections that the Zambians have. Quick thinking, quick ball, takes a shot. Oh, the
oh.
goalie was there. He decided to do some Spider-Man splits over there. But unfortunately for the goalkeeper rather, it was going wide over the goalpost. But great circle penetrations there by the Zambian player.
And that's what they need to do more. That was a brilliant one-time shot just after you entered the circle. The Kenyans did not expect it. The goalie did not expect it. It was just off target. But had it been on target, we could be seeing something else. And Zambia is now finding their rhythm and on the quick counter. Oh!
Even
And
I didn't see
see
that
that one.
deflection, Calvin. That was brilliant running from our Zambian players. They connected very well. Did not waste any time on the quick counters. As you can see, Mutale Isaac made that run into the path of the goalkeeper and nearly got that deflection away.
And that's what I was saying. If the Zambians keep doing those unexpected runs, the Kenyans are not wary of them and the pace that they have. So that's just something they should also look at. But
Charles with another aerial. Oh, he does find Nurman, who unfortunately just loses the ball again. But they regain possession. Good ball control. He's gonna look for Nurman and he finds him on the half. Oh, he finds a foot. Great thinking. Unfortunately, the umpire did not quite see that one. I think he saw something else and gives Zambia a free hit out. Richard just decides to whack that down, but the Kenyan player makes sure to pick it up from him. Thank you very much. Paul is gonna go down that line, one-handed, and he's still going and wins himself a short penalty corner. That is great stuff there done by Richard on the right side, carrying that ball nice and easy. He knew exactly what he was doing right there. He knew the Zambian was gonna come in for that tackle, and
he drew the foul to get the penalty corner. That was brilliant of him. He knew exactly what the Zambian was going to do. He just waited for that contact. Once he got that contact, he knew immediately it would be a penalty corner. That was a team play, actually, because then that gives them a better opportunity at a goal.
that's
Kenya is getting a lot of penalty corners. However, they are not
converting them.
They are not converting them,
But
indeed.
let's just wait and see. Nurman.
Oh, they
that
tried a
was-
different variation, but unfortunately it didn't work.
I actually thought Nurman was gonna go for that and Muda it in to the post, just like his first name. Odera wins that ball for the Kenyans, which are gonna take a free hit from the line. Takes it back. Let's recycle. He decides that the captain is going to make this decision on where we're going to attack. Decides to go on the left. Good ball transfer. Still keeps possession. That is good. Faked him to the right and then went in the middle. Wins that ball.
Oh, but unfortunately the two Kenyan runners, Mr. Samuels and Mr. Victor, were unable to pick up the ball. And Zambia starts it off again, just starting it off the back, recycling it, drawing the Kenyan players in, just trying to get some space for their players. The Kenyans are keeping a very, very high press, trying to force the mistake from the Zambians. Ooh, what a beautiful overhead, but unfortunately picked up by Kenyan player Mungai Gideon and played out wide. However, the Kenyan player on that line was unable to reach it, and it is now turned over to Zambia.
I'm thinking, Calvin. I'm hoping that the Kenyans are doing really great trying to get those balls or forcing those balls off the Zambians. But it's just those final touches that they actually need in the final third that are getting away from them quite often. And will it cost them? I'm not too sure. But Zambians are now finding their momentum and they're going at them.
That's the thing. Kenya now needs to just get more clinical. They're getting plenty of circle penetrations. They just need to get very clinical with their decisions in the circle, and we could be seeing some goals very shortly. Beautiful pass.
Amos straight to his player Abraham, dragging that ball up, and he got control of the ball.
Oh,
but
what
he
a
misses
save
that.
from the goalkeeper from the And just like that, the Zambians have scored their first goal. Brilliant goal from the Zambians. Quick counter.
And look at that celebration. A walk with a little jump. Ah, of
Indeed.
course. That is great. Happiness from the Zambians.
Brilliant goal from Garnekit. He made the initial run and just kept running. As you can see, he didn't stop running. He made sure he got to the ball, set himself up, and took a flick into the goal. That's what's needed of the players. Have that drive. Don't just stop.
And you could see where he started his run from the middle of the field, Calvin. He just made that pass and kept going at it. He had believed in his teammates to penetrate that circle. And boy, oh boy, what a return on his investment right there. He did step into the circle, got the rebound. Kenyans went to sleep, put it away. That's great stuff. I was talking to you earlier when I was saying, will the Kenyans, will the Zambians take advantage of the Kenyans that are losing their balls in the final third? And exactly as we just spoke about, it just goes on and it happens.
And that's the thing. The Kenyans have been getting so many circle penetrations, but circle penetrations aren't goals. They need to get the goals. Zambia is very clinical about every chance they get and as much as possible trying to get the goals. And we saw from that they're very persistent with trying to get a shot. Every opportunity they get, they're just going to try to make sure it goes in.
I see there's quite a few aerials going up and down. Alex on that last one, but he actually took the aerial and the player was within 3 meters of him, so it definitely would mean to come back to them again.
It's safe to say in this game, this ball really is having a lot of travel plans because it's going from one place to the other to the other.
That's absolutely correct, Calvin. Tembo just leaving that ball for Amos to get it so that they can just rebuild from the back. Good ball transition from Richard there. Decides to go up the right side of the field. But the captain says, no way, let's go. We want the Kenyans to build on this. He did have a good look up at Nerman, who wins himself a foul. Oh, he thought he won the foul. He just runs away.
And just like that, the Kenyans get the ball back. And we'll just play it back and try to recycle and set up again.
That's good for them. It's too congested in the middle. Frederick passes that ball back, gets it back to his captain. Good ball transfer from the Kenyans there. They're being quite patient on the ball now, not just rushing like they were doing before. That's an unfortunate aerial again. Zambia says thank you very much. Great collection from Richard. Is this attacking on the left? Good.
Brilliant 3D maneuvering skills to get the ball.
Finding his teammate, just whacks the ball into the circle. Unfortunately, hits his own teammate's foot there. But Kenyans are going to counter-attack and stopped hot in their tracks. Unfortunately for Mr. Samuel, they will have to go at it again. Decides to go back all the way. Good ball transfer there on the far left link, using that channel quite often for the Kenyans now.
Brilliant 3D skills from the Kenyan player, taking a shot, but well saved from the Zambian goalkeeper.
Good teamwork defending that goal from the Zambians. Good stuff. They have, as you said, Calvin, gained their momentum and they have gone out of that half-court press. They are now going at it. They have nothing to play for. They have decided we are going for it all.
Now we just see the Zambian players just playing the ball around. And they have a drive. They're having a drive. They do not want to let this go. See.
That was a loud whistle from the umpire, probably just a warning signal.
Oh, he's just checking the goalposts to see if they are well lined up.
Oh, you see, umpires are really at it. I feel like this tournament, the umpires have been on their A game. I really appreciate the umpires that have gone through this tournament. Right now we have Munashe and Peter taking control of this game. No cards have flown. The game tempo has been great. Their communication with the players have been really top notch.
Oh, brilliant from Zambia. Oh, but the shot from Richards, well deflected off by the Kenyan player as it continues. In Zambia, here they come again.
Good ball
And
control, and he wins himself a short corner. Just puts it on the Kenyan foot. Brilliant gameplay. That is a player that actually thinks a little bit more outside the box. If I do not have the shot away, let me win myself and my team a penalty corner. Great
brilliant
stuff.
stuff from Kalunga David. And this is what I meant by the Zambian players. They're playing a team game. They're like, if I can't get the shot, I'm not going to risk it. I would rather draw a short corner and give my team a better chance at scoring. And this is what they've been doing, and it's working.
Will be the third penalty corner. Let's just see if the injection will be good for them. Zambia injects. Missed trap there by the Zambia, but picked up outside, and he takes a shot, rightfully so. Blocked. They are not giving up. Gonna leave it for his player to take a shot. Right flick. Oh, that is great stop from the goalkeeper once more. Great stop from him, but great attempt from the Zambians, but they are not done until now. The ball has crossed the line. Just high fives going around there for the Kenyan side.
And the thing is, that's the thing. The goalkeeper is very wide awake. We honestly did not see that ball coming, and we did not expect that shot, but he did. And that right there, that was a brilliant one.
He is making sure that his job at the office is gonna be very good today. And he's not getting that goal get it to his head. He's making sure, let me keep the rest of them out.
One thing that is brilliant about the Kenyans overhead, it's like the ball has a GPS when it comes off their stick. It just knows how to find their players. That is something the Zambians have not picked up.
And as you can see, that was great reflection there happening from the Zambian goalkeeper. His reflections were just out of this world, getting that ball out of the danger area. Zambia now in on the attack. Just stopped there by the Kenyans, but they still have control of the ball. And Manjanja is going to make sure, he makes sure that he gives it to Alex to actually distribute that ball for them. Good build up by Manjanja. Unfortunately gets that ball onto his own teammate's foot. Kenyans get the better end of that and going to make sure they restructure. Throws an aerial. And that should be a short corner. Yes, Peter got that very correctly. That is a short corner as the Zambian player was backing right into the Kenyan right there. You cannot do that within the 23. It's going to be a straight short corner. And what are the Kenyans going to use this one, do you think, Calvin?
Hopefully they get this one right. This is something that we've been saying throughout the tournament. They need to be wary of the 5-meter rules when an overhead is played. If they're not wary of that situation, they will keep drawing. They will keep conceding penalty corners.
That's correct.
Hopefully Kenya can get this one in. They've had plenty, but none have been fruitful. But this could be the one.
Let's see if Robson's reflexes are still on point.
Oh, and the variation this time might just work. Oh, but
hits his own player, unfortunately. It's Gideon there on the way in. He probably wishes they shouldn't have been there, but I'm sure he ran into that space thinking that there might be a deflection that he had to do.
The Zambians are just trying to set the tempo of the game, but the Kenyans are not gonna let them, and are being very, very persistent on the ball. However, it is Kenya's ball.
We just have a little under a minute to play, and Kevin, I'm starting to get a feeling that the pace of the game has picked up. Therefore, the tackles are now starting to fly in, and both teams have to be very wary of that, not just flying into tackles right now, because now they're both trying to push, especially on the Kenyan half.
Oh, beautiful stuff from
Zambia, and he
Andrew
goes.
Tembo, and he plays it out. Oh, but Andrew Tembo misses that opportunity of a shot, and it rolls out to be a Kenyan ball. Beautiful run from him and playing it out wide to Mutale Isaacs and then wanting it back. However, he missed it and could have gotten a chance to make it 2-0. But Kenya starts it off as their captain Charles looks for open spaces within his players to get it going.
I like how he's taking his time on that ball, not rushing it, making sure that there is someone at the end when he delivers it.
And that marks the end of the second chaka. We see the momentum building up from both teams. We see the passion and the want from both. However, Zambia is clearly wanting it more as they have gotten the first goal as the first half comes to an end as Kenya nil, Zambia 1. So far, Fanny, what do you think?
Kevin, I'm enjoying this. I'm honestly enjoying this. No one is really clear winner right now. That's just what keeps it going. Look at that shot from Nurman. Great block there by Jeremiah on those highlights that are just on your screen right now. As you can see, Kenyans have been taking those shots at the Zambians, but
It seems Jeremiah really is just at the right place at the right time when the Kenyans try to take a shot, because those are some two brilliant stops from him.
yes, great circle and penetrations from Zambia. Their short corner blocked right there. That goalie made a dive. That's what I meant. As you can see, when I said that it was a goalie contest earlier, it was Kenyan goalie stopping penalty corners on the one side, goes back to the Zambian goalkeeper, making sure he's keeping a clean sheet as well.
The chances have been coming, the shots have been going off, they're just not finding themselves at the back of the net. There have been some brilliant stops and some brilliant chances from both teams, as you can see. However, Zambia is the one that took charge and made sure and got the first goal. As it stands, I would say that they are most likely to win, but we never know. Kenya has been getting a lot of
There's the circle
chances
penetration.
coming into the second half.
Blocked by the goalie, fantastic doing his work, but couldn't stop that ball from Abraham coming in on that rebound. Rebounds are quite. It's the goalie has done his job, but whenever there is a attacking player that's awake on that rebound, it's difficult for a goalkeeper to quickly get back onto his feet to protect his goalpost again. And as you could see, the frustration he has with his defending players, you have to pick those rebounds up. Look at those dancing shoes from those Zambians. A good celebration on their end. Job well done. But Calvin, I wouldn't just write the Kenyans off just yet. The game is still 50-50 ball possession that they have carrying on. So Kenyans could still come through, show us some new transitions that they have been trying to do, and probably just give us another show.
I mean, we know they can get the circle penetrations. We've seen that in the both two chakas. We know they can get the ball up front. It's just the finishing touch. And as you can see from the stats, Zambia has gotten off more shots than Kenya. As you can see, Zambia is actually utilizing their shots as they have 5 shots to Kenya's 2. 5 circle penetrations to Kenya's 5 circle penetrations, as well as 50-50 on ball possession.
I'm happy that the analysts are actually on par with what we were saying, that there isn't any clear winner right now. Ball possession is on 50-50. As I said earlier, great control of the game from the umpires. Peter from South Africa and Munashe from Zimbabwe doing a great job. As you can see, there are no cards on either side of on the teams right now. So the discipline from the players, pretty good stuff to see. That's what we live for. I mean, we don't want cards just flying around. And yeah, This is good. This is good game to watch.
And this is what I was saying by they need to take every chance they get. As you can see, every chance that Zambia gets into the circle, they try to get a shot off. As you can see from the stats, circle penetration is matching their shots. Kenya needs to also start utilizing every circle penetration they're getting. I understand that the Zambians are very good at congesting the space and making it difficult for them, but they need to be able to pick out those open spaces and get the shot off once they get it.
Yeah. So I would just on behalf of the coaches, I would say just small observation that I've seen from the Kenyans when they enter that circle is that the only shot that they think of taking is that high hand, big swing, and then at the Zambians. But there are other methods that they could actually use, or other skills rather, that they could use to execute that strike that they want to get away. That's just use a different skill. Probably look into passing that ball off, or going on the tomahawk and then just giving a low strike from the bottom and then hitting the boards, don't you think?
Yeah, indeed. Well, so we are back at the Devon Trusco Astro Field where we have Kenya and Zambia playing as Zambia leads Kenya 1-0. And this is the end of the first quarter of the game. We will be back for the second quarter. For, yeah.
And it is number 2! What a brilliant goal from JP Prince! Keep it simple in the same corner. Duran carrying the ball. He's been one of the
key playmakers.
And this is unbelievable!
Owen Hudson.
Puts it away. It is 3-1 to the Victor. And who is the man who finds that pass? Christian Duran.
Welcome back to the Davin AstroTurf here in Windhoek, Namibia. This is Kenya versus Zambia. The score is right now Zambia 1, Kenya 0, and we are just starting the third quarter. Kenya getting on the front foot of that, gives it on the baseline. Is he gonna use it? Oh, that's a stroke! Brilliant stuff.
Brilliant counter from Kenya. Great way to start the game, setting the tempo for the game with a quick counter. The Zambian boys were just not awake, and the Kenyans drew a penalty stroke.
Matthias just doing the right work there on the baseline, making sure that he wins that for himself. That was great quick play from great team effort, great team penalty stroke that they have gotten right now. I am impressed.
As the captain of the Kenyan team steps up to lead the boys to a potential goal. Great way to start the third chaka. Brilliant stuff from Ashunde Charles, captain of the Kenyan team, as he gets them a goal. This is what we were talking about. I believe the Kenyan staff must have been listening to us, because we said that they should be more clinical about their chances, and they just started the half off with some brilliance.
Charles just leading his team in the right direction there with a great flick taken, making sure that he sees that the goalie is going on the left, and it goes in the right bottom corner. No goalie was going to get that.
Well, the third chaka is starting off to be with some excitement. That was a brilliant counter, and the Zambians are now coming.
Coming back at it. That was a foul. I'm wondering if Peter is going to start going to his pocket now. And yes, he does. He sends Victor off on a card right now. We're going to see in a moment which card that was. But yes, that's what I was saying. It is all good right now.
Oh, brilliant short corner draw. Wow. The Kenyan player must have missed it, and it must have hit his foot, as Zambia get a penalty corner off that mistake. Will they use it to capitalize and take the lead back?
Let's just see. This is the excitement that I was actually looking forward to, Calvin. Just Zambia not also laying down after that goal that was scored. They are taking their chances. Will they take more? Let's see on this injection. Alex, at the end of that, too slow.
Too slow.
Alex
from
was a bit too slow for that, and he didn't use his chance.
As the Kenyans whip it out of the field. But it's not over yet. The Zambians Tanda is about to start it off from the line and gets a circle position. But however, he did not travel 5 meters with the ball and loses the ball, as Kenya get an opportunity to reset from a 16.
He got a little bit too excited there, not doing the little basics. So just that excitement that got away for him, and loses that ball for this team.
The Kenyans are now, he needs to put the ball stagnant.
Matthias not happy with that blow there from Peter, but Peter's just making sure that no one is gaining double advantage. So Paul Odera is going to start that ball on the line as it should be.
Oh, brilliant skills from the Kenyan. He draws a long corner. He tried to get a shorty, but I guess the Zambians were a bit awake there, but still draws a long corner for his team. So it's not over yet. The Zambians need to be wide awake. As the ball is sent down by captain into the middle, but sent right back from the Zambian captain. Captain to captain, you would say.
Captain to captain. Charles tried to do a crash ball into that middle of the circle, but George says, no thank you, sir.
And we just get a confirmation that it was a green card that was shown to Sam Victor for that play.
Victor should be back on the field by now. His green card was just 2 minutes of resting time, some would say.
There they go again with their GPS moves, but not this time. Well intercepted by the Zambian player Manjanja.
and they attack that left flank very well, trying to penetrate that circle. He cuts inside but gets taken out. Or was he? Ah, no. Peter says it's just a free hit. We're going to take it on the 23-meter line.
As it is a long corner. The Kenyans well set up, trying to force the Zambians to still play out wide as they just fill the central part of the field. Quick to try and get the ball, and they do. They force the mistake off of Zambia, and now Kenya is on the counter as Mateus makes the run but quickly intercepted by Alex. He was not.
It's great competitiveness happening right here, Calvin. Abram just being told to take that ball back for where the foul happened, and they lose it. Kenyans not stopping. Paul is taking that too quickly for the Zambians, who loses possession again. I like the 50-50 contest that's going on right now.
We're getting some back and forth between these two. It's just Kenya, Zambia, Kenya, Zambia.
Great stuff happening. Matthew is going to lead that back in. Is he going to? Oh, unlucky. Great stuff. Abraham just wide awake, clearing that ball out this 23 there. Kenya gets to go again.
Brilliant
Great skill
stuff
there from Brian. And he keeps going but loses the ball out. That was some great skill going forward. Alex is just going to calm that ball down, switch it onto their left so that they can attack on that left flank there.
And this is what I was saying.
Control.
Oh, brilliant ball control.
Great stuff. Still gets the pass away. That is what you want to see from a player going up on that left side. So the captain, Charles, is going to take that for his team now just to get a restart going. Good. They're being patient on that ball right there by the Kenyan side. Brian gets it back to his captain. Decides to go on the right side. Oh, good aerial skills again. Oh, and he gets that jab away. Wins that foul. Oh, great work from Vincent right there. Is he gonna penetrate alone, or is he gonna get that pass out? Unfortunately not. Loses that ball. Charles not being clinical with that ball, and
but Enoch loses the ball again.
Calvin has spoken about the clinicality of the Kenyans there, and although they did gain a ball back, they're still a bit rusty on it. Hopefully they get it together again, Calvin.
I believe they will. I'm seeing something has improved from their side. They are a bit more patient on the ball. They are more quick to react. It's like they have that drive. They want it now. They really do.
Yes, it's good to see. But the Kenyans restarting at the back, decides to go on the left. Good eyesight. He's taking it slow, trying to look up.
Brilliant stuff.
That was a bad tackle there from the Zambians. So Frederick gets to go again. Picked up, well controlled. He's very calm under pressure there. Good skill for a defender to have. 3D skills going back and forth today. Great to see here the Kenyans and Zambian.
It's a battle of the 3D maneuver today.
Oh yes. What a fake there by Abraham trying to get that ball upfield, but unfortunately lands into the captain. Good drive.
Oh, brilliant dispossessed by Bandit Richards.
Richards doing great work there. Unfortunately, Peter decides to stop that play, bring it back. 5-minute yellow. Oh my goodness. That's 5 minutes that he is going to go sit down. That was our Captain Charles.
I believe it was.
That was our Captain Charles. So now the men have to get going without their leading man. Are they going to decide to keep a calm head? Let's just keep the ball, not just give it away too quickly.
And this is an opportunity for the Zambians to capitalize, knowing that the Captain Charles plays at the back.
Yep.
There's a gap that isn't filled, and they can use this as an opportunity to get a goal or two if possible. 5 minutes is a lot of time, but however, I see Kenya is maintaining shape and will just try to keep a half court press in the meantime, just to litigate the missing captain.
It doesn't look like it. You can see Nerman running up there. Let's push it. He's going for the. For, he's pressing alone.
He's
That doesn't
pressing
quite
alone.
work in a team sport. Pressing alone can be quite challenging. If you see that Manjanja running away with that, but dispossessed. That was a good double tackle on Manjanja there, and we can see the Kenyans going upfield with Noel. Unfortunately, Nerman Murder losing that one.
The Zambians now are just going to utilize this opportunity for a quick counter. But the Kenyans are not going to let it happen today, even without their captain. Oh,
Oh, it's kind of getting a bit physical there, but Richard is not having any of that. He's going through with it. Unfortunately, loses out to Brian there. That keeps control, keeps possession. Good stuff from Brian. Gets it back, decides to go on the left. They are going upfield. Great, still continuing upfield. Great balls from team pushed passes
it's
going there
just
from player to player.
tiki taka, tiki taka, tiki
Oh,
taka.
and
Oh, what a shot.
but great block from the Zambian goalkeeper. Robson is making sure that nope, not giving that ball away. Not gonna concede a goal right now. Then Peter has stopped the game again for a foul, earlier foul that had happened.
I believe a Zambian player has been shown a card. Or no, he is actually calling him to warn him about a specific play. So,
Just a quick chat to have.
to
Good
warn the
game
players.
management from Peter's side there. Stopping, making sure that he does get that word through onto the teammates there. Great maneuver from Zambian there on the right, on the left side. Takes a shot in,
Shot,
but no
no
one
one
at
in.
the end of that. Unfortunately, did no one running in on that from the far post. I always say, Calvin, if we are penetrating the circle from the left side, there has to be a player that's running in onto that far post from the right.
Confirmation that the umpire did in fact give a green card to steersman from Zambia. Steinman Christopher, number 10.
Players are getting a little bit ill-disciplined now.
They just have to set it up and recycle as they go again. Here come the Zambian boys.
A
Just
great
playing a
cut in.
1-2 type of hockey, sending it in. Oh, oh, what a save from the goalkeeper.
But unfortunately,
Definitely.
they still get a penalty corner against them. That was brilliant work done there by the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper contest continues yet more. He is frustrated with his team. They're not probably listening to him when he's asking them to mark players in that circle. Look at that. Player was alone and he had to take
Ah,
charge of that. That's just the frustration that he's delivering there to his teammates.
will we see a goal from Zambia's Wansa Alex as he is the first man on the castle. Oh, what a save from the goalkeeper. Brilliant stuff, but quickly recycled by Silavi Amos to get a quick play in. Whacked straight in. Oh,
Okay,
and draws another short corner. Brilliant stuff from the Zambians.
that is great stuff there by the Zambians. They are not letting it off any time. There could be any second is an opportunity to actually get the ball into that circle and then make sure that they can get at the end of it for a goal. So I love that they're not going to sleep right there after they have taken a shot.
This is what I was saying, that the Zambians are being very clinical about every chance they get. They want to get every opportunity as a shot on goal because you never know which one is going in and which one isn't. So it's just better for every shot you get, just try to get it on goal. Alex Mwanse will try again.
I think there should have been
Oh,
either fake from the Zambian injector or was it a runner that's at fault?
Oh, the whistle had not. Oh no, there was a player that ran up ahead, and now Kenya fall to 3 runners.
What do you think they should be doing at this very moment? They only have three defenders, obviously besides the goalkeeper. They are gonna have a runner. What's the best mission right here?
They should have 1 runner and 2 to sit.
That's
Oh, what a save from the goalkeeper again. And they draw another short corner. This Zambian team is really making this a team sport. Every chance that they see they can't get a proper shot, they try to draw the penalty corner.
and that's great thinking from as a player. If you're not getting the goals, let's keep on getting what we need to get those goals. Because the penalty corner was not over, they will still remain as 3 men on that post.
Oh,
Unfortunately, could not get that shot away.
that's
Kenya breathing relief there on their end. And the goalie very, very happy right now. Josephat is very happy because he's trying all his best to keep that ball out.
oh, this is what I meant by the Kenyans and the overhead. It's like the ball has GPS. For some reason, every time it goes up, it just finds its way into their player's stick. However, Zambia is on the counter again. It's a 3v2. Oh, but brilliant stop from Munai Matthews.
Gonna go up the field, right in the middle, hotline, attacking the hotline. Doesn't have
Noel
any
alone,
support
but
along.
quickly dispossessed by Mutale Isaacs from Zambia.
Zambia with the aerial, finds his man. That's some great stuff. Good running. They've
Oh, and the Kenyans get the ball back. That's some brilliant defending from the Kenyans. Oh,
Gideon just making sure that he was the last man on that ball, winning it back for his team. But the aerial finds the Zambian players, which is gonna get time to recycle that ball.
oh, brilliant stuff from the Kenyans. Oh, just running into each other, but unfortunately for the Kenyans,
Just You'll just see that Munashe just giving a little shake of his head for that ball that was hit after his whistle went. I'm pretty sure it's just a little warning to tell him, do not touch the ball after my whistle has gone, if it's not your play. 3 quarters played, both teams still equally matched, Calvin. But Kenya gets away with that one, running, penetrating, trying to penetrate on the right side. He just takes a tumble and wins himself a short corner in Munasha's eyes. That was a foul from the Zambian, and Kenya might just make them pay.
brilliant stuff from the Kenyan player, drawing the foul, running the line, trying to get the Zambian player to engage, and once he engages, just pushes ahead so he can get the body contact to draw the penalty corner. That's some brilliant stuff. That's what we want the attackers to be doing. Try to draw the penalty corners. If
Kenya
you
now,
can't get the goal shot, try to get the penalty corners.
Kenya now on their 5th penalty corner. They haven't scored one yet. We will see if this one will get a moment of brilliance. Frederick, the man injecting. Oh! That was a great take from the Kenyan men's side. That is Matthias making sure that his flick lands the back of that net. Oh my goodness.
Brilliant stuff
Brilliant
from Onwaka
stuff.
Matthias.
That is incredibly insane. Well done. They put that short corner away. Earns themselves a point. Kenya 2 and Zambia 1. Brilliantly done. The goalie took dive for that, but he dove into no man's land. Zambia with a restart. Enoch on the ball.
Ooh.
That's that swing that I spoke about earlier once more.
And Kenya now finding their rhythm and trying to get another goal quickly.
Oh, that's
And it's played against Kenya. They thought it was a short corner, but indeed, in fact, it was not.
Zambia defending that line pretty good. Great stuff. Kenya is now at the front foot of this game. 2 minutes, 2 minutes to play,
Ma-
and
managing to get 2 goals within the third chaka. Brilliant stuff from the Kenyan players. Now trying to set the tempo up for them, for themselves to play a better game. Zambians now just need to maintain their shape and keep doing what they were doing, and something might happen for them.
oh, that was almost at the back of the net. They just, just shy of that ball. The Kenyans are really coming at the Zambians now. They are not letting them off. That high press, I'm sure they're gonna keep trying to get in on that. Try and fight that ball. Zambia wins that one. Oh, he gets a yellow card from Peter on that. We will just see now in a momentary when who was at the end of that yellow card. Unfortunately, that is gonna cost the team 5 minutes of a player, and
So he will be out for the end of this chaka and a good 3 minutes of the final chaka.
that is correct, Calvin. And unfortunately, that ball could not, Matthias' ball could not find his teammate.
We're just getting confirmation that the yellow card was to Odero Paul from Kenya. I believe it is because when he bent down, he made it a dangerous play, and the umpire must have warned prior as it became a yellow card. And just like that, we have come to the end of the third chaka.
All right, what a fantastic thrill-packed quarter that we had just had. Now the third quarter, Kenya 2, Zambia 1. Boy, oh boy, Calvin, that from the tiki-taka that you started talking about, one side goes to Zambia, and the next time it's in Kenya's half. But what great, great ball delivery from the Kenyans right there to earn themselves a
That's
goal.
the thing. Would you believe that at the beginning of this chaka, Kenya was the one that was losing, and now look at how the tables have turned.
And that, as you see
See,
on the highlights, was the reason Kenya got their first goal, a penalty stroke, because the last man was a player on the line, and it hit him on the way. The ball hit him on the way in.
drawing the penalty stroke. But some brilliant skills from the Zambians, and this is what I was talking about. It was just a back and forth between the Zambians.
Yep,
Zambia here, oh, this was the brilliant skill that we spoke about earlier, played by Muluti Brian,
that's
where he
correct.
played a 1-2, the tiki-taka, but then again dispossessed by the Zambians.
It's as if to say, what you can do,
I can
I
do
can do better. It's crazy, and I love it. I'm here for it. As you can see on the highlights right now, just missing out on that one.
And then this opportunity, brilliant save by the Zambian goalkeeper.
He
The
is
goalkeepers are really in it in these games. You can really see that they do not want to concede.
absolutely correct, Calvin. On both ends, you would see just now. There you go.
You can do it, I can do it better. Indeed.
That's what I'm saying. Look at that save. Look at that save. And it does show that he can also do it better. Not letting off on that, making sure to keep that ball out. And there was an attack there
And
on
this-
the right from Frederick, earned them a short corner.
which got them the goal. That was a brilliant run, drawing the player in for the foul to get the penalty corner.
Took it very exceptionally well. I live for that. I live for moments like that, Calvin.
It is still anybody's game. Zambia could still get a goal. It is the final chaka. All bets are off in this chaka. Let's see what the Zambian boys are bringing.
It is still the Junior African Cup, Kenya 2, Zambia 1, the final quarter. Jeremiah taking the ball from the right side, finding his teammate in the corner there, making sure he drives that ball up. They still keep possession of the ball. That is great to see. Oh,
Oh,
oh my goodness! Christopher does not get at the end of that. It was a clear goal scoring opportunity that Christopher just had there, and he missed it. Ah,
Zambia just now needs to become a bit more patient and composed and clinical on their last attempts because now it's starting to seem like they are rushing. That was a brilliant play from the line onto Christopher. He just needed to set his feet, stop the ball, and tap it in.
that's
But more opportunities are on the way.
you wouldn't get it any easier than that, Calvin.
However, as we can see, if Zambia continues with this tempo, their results could be fruitful. Ooh, brilliant. And Zambia has begun again with their 3D
Oh, and
maneuvers.
he still moves the
Brilliant
ball.
jab from Banda.
Unlucky there, the Zambians trying to get that ball into the circle. Played a very dangerous ball, and that's why Peter said it should be the Kenyans' ball to restart. I think at the moment right now, don't you think Kenyans are thinking, let's keep possession of the ball, Calvin. Let's control the game because we are leading, not by much though, because Zambians are going to press them high. But the least they could do is making sure that they keep the ball possession with them. Kitty's gonna start that ball on the line. Oh no, he is gonna leave it out for Noel. He wants to make sure that he's in the attacking corners. Noel still has the ball. Great strong run on that ball. We got Norman coming in on the baseline. Still has the ball, loses it. Zambia clears their line. Great stuff.
Zambia just being a bit wary of Kenya as they know they need the goal but should not leave the spaces open as Kenya will try to finish this game off.
Good stuff. Richard just winning that ball for his team just to get a breather at the back. Oh, he doesn't decide to go to the back. He throws their famous aerials and Kenya wins, gets at the end of that one. Threw it into a dangerous area. Two players on it. It's gonna be Kenya's ball all day. A good ball control there by George. Still, Zambia still keeping the ball. Transferring to Jeremiah. Decides to go
Oh,
right in the middle and gets dispossessed. Oh, and that's going to be a Kenyan attack. They decide to go in the middle, but he just loses that ball. Couldn't control that ball very well. Zambia now in on attack. Great 1-2 passes going. Great skill. Great skill there by Ntanda. Distributing the ball to Richard. Unfortunately, they are not connecting there in the circle. And it's going to be a 16 hit out for Kenya. He's taking his time there. He knows, looking for his teammate. Zambia at the end of that one with Jeremiah still going though. Unfortunately, the whistle had gone. Vincent on the end of that. Is he going to take it fast? Yes, he does.
and
Looks
Jeremiah draws a yellow card, a green card for himself for playing, for hitting the ball away while the ball was blown against to him.
and earlier you would have noticed that when I mentioned that Monashe actually had warned a player on hitting the balls away after the whistle has gone. So it is rightfully so that that player has actually shown a green card for it. At some point you have to punish the player.
Brilliant stuff from the Kenyan players, but the Zambian defenders locking them down on a quick counter. As you can see, the Zambian players still not happy about that. They want to get the quick. I'm just getting confirmation that the card that was shown to the Zambian player was indeed, in fact, yellow and not green. Meaning now they're taking seriousness to this consistent thing of trying to hit the ball away while it's blown against you. So Zambia down by one man for 5 minutes. So they will continue this half of part of this game with only 10 men.
But they're not saying we are men down. They are saying let's still push, let's still try and get into their 23, use our skills, which we have seen that they have, and let's get at it. That's what they're. That's exactly what they are doing right now.
Kenya's just gonna try to control the game, run the time, recycle the ball all around, overhead it. Brilliant overhead from the Kenyan player
And great control on that
as
ball.
Vincent runs the line, plays it in.
Get to the top of the circle.
Oh,
Takes.
brilliant save from the Zambian goalkeeper again as he gets another save.
And the Kenyans are just keep coming. They are not giving up. They want to get that goal that was dangerous from the captain into the body of the Zambian player. It's not. It's gonna go against him for them. Zambia now gets time to actually take their time because they are a player down. Let them take their time, try and keep possession instead of just giving those balls away in the final third.
Dangerous.
And because the Kenyans are keeping that high press on, Zambia is not looking into moving the ball at the back and just shifting the ball from their back line onto their flanks. Shot in, goalie makes sure that he gets that off and sends Zambia on their attack right now. Still has possession. What is he gonna do? Great pass into the midfield. Unfortunately, he just decides to take a hit. Isaac could have done much better with that ball, just to control it, hold it if he does not have a pass, and look around. Now Kenya's on the other side of the hoop, and they took a shot at goal. Unfortunately for him, and fortunately for the goalie, made sure that that ball is not getting into that goal post.
Brilliant shot from the Kenyan player. Just going one time at it, but an even better save from the goalkeeper, just making sure to still keep Zambia alive and strong in this game, as Zambia is now on the counter. Brilliant stuff from Richard as he draws the penalty corner. Brilliant stuff from Richard.
Richard doing great work on that. He decided to take it upon himself, drew out 3 defenders on him and went around them. Great skill work from him. Richard has heart and he delivers a penalty corner for them. Will they put it away? That's a good question. Injection, taking a bit of time waiting for the umpire's whistle. Injection. What are they going to do? They do a variation. Blocked off by the Kenyan. And he distributes the ball immediately. Unfortunately, he does not find his teammate at the end of it. It would have been a great breakaway from for the Kenyan side. Yet he have only found a teammate at the end of that ball. Zambia gets to reset again. Unfortunately, could not use that penalty corner to get an advantage
and
for
Kenya's
themselves.
press becomes fruitful as they are on the counter once again, drawing a long corner in their favor, taking their time to set up, running the clock as they are in the lead. Not in any rush. Zambia intercepts the ball and is on the counter once again. However, play the ball out wide as Kenya gets the ball now.
I see that the Zambians are really they see that there's only 5 minutes on the clock. Look, it can still be anyone's game right now.
5 minutes is a lot of time in hockey.
That's what I'm telling you. And they could get themselves either a point or even take the game from the Kenyans. But do they have the legs? Do they have the obedience that they need? Because discipline is key in the last quarter, in the last 5 minutes. Do they have what it takes? Kenya just launching that aerial. Oh, great pickup there by Gideon. He is going to control that ball very well because they do want to go up the field. Bad tackle from Zambia, but he gets very lucky. Very lucky on that the umpire did not pick it up. But yeah, Kenya's ball still. It's going to be a long corner. Frederick's going to take it. Just taking his time, wasting some time because he does see the clock is running very. Oh, great skill for Frederick, but dispossessed. Zambia is going to take it up.
Oh.
That was did not deem to be dangerous according to the umpire. Therefore, the play continued, but Kenya still wins that ball. They are going to take their time. They are looking at the clock. It's in their favor after all.
Brilliant overhead from the goal scorer, Mateus, as he gets it onto the other side. The final contact was by a Zambian player, and Kenya gets another long corner. It still gives them an opportunity, but this game is not over yet. There's still 4 minutes.
Oh, that's some footwork. Okay, Zambia deciding to actually do not play that as quick as they normally do, taking time, looking up to see if their players are in good positions. Great work there from Alex, getting that ball up on the left, but he loses that ball. Unfortunately, there is no time left for the Zambians to be making little mistakes right now. Kenyans, of course, the captain knows we can take our time with this one. He's taking his sweet time getting the ball. Yep, umpire recognizes that he is, gives him a little warning. Launches a aerial ball, but in the middle of players. Zambia gets just a bit of a breather and an opportunity to see if they can launch an attack. What are they gonna do? They decide to go through the middleman. Carries the ball really well, finds his teammate, still going, finds another teammate. Oh, great skill work there by Enoch. He wins the ball for himself. He has to take it in the middle. They have to take the ball back. Almost what's almost gonna do, launches it, finds it, gets it into the circle, but just takes a straight hit, not really finding everybody at the end of it. Keeps losing the ball up in the Kenyan.
As we can see, the Kenyans are just going to take the time to set this one up once again and just run it.
But of course, and why should they rush for the next team? Oh, that's a bad tackle from the number 18 there. Noel will be very lucky not to see a card.
Oh.
Good ball control there. Great ball control at that end. Kenyans still have the ball. So they keep going up front. Yes, they do. Oh, that was just almost a connection there. Great eye, great vision from the Kenyan player, seeing that Hillary is making a run there at the goalkeeper and just launching an overhead. Unfortunately, could not get at the end of it.
That was a brilliant run from Hillary. He could have gotten an opportunity to just get a one-time touch. Those are the runs we kept talking about that the Kenyans had needed to do in the first chaka, and we see it happening now. And we can see the game is working in their favor, as now they have built their confidence. They are just now playing their hockey, not trying to force everything, making the ball do the work. But the Zambians are still hopeful, still trying to get the ball forward, making the runs, making those extra dashes. Brilliant stuff from the Kenyan player, Sam Victor.
I liked how the Zambians are not giving up at the last minute. Would that be another card?
And
yes,
that is another card for deliberate breakdown of play from the Zambian player, and it is yellow, and he is out for the rest of the game. So Zambia will finish this game 9-man strong.
There's just over 1 minute and 15 seconds on the clock right now. Oh, that was a terrible tackle. Hey,
Tackle.
Calvin.
That was indeed a terrible tackle.
You'll be lucky to not see 10 minutes shown to him. But Kenya not just controlling the ball. They want to go at the Zambians, see if they can force a goal on them. Trying to get a short corner. Unfortunately, nothing on that end. Oh, but they still win the ball goal. They're attacking on the left flanks there, keeping control. Ah, that's a brilliant, great ball. He kept control of that ball. Great stuff from
Switching it from
Injumuli.
one end to the other end of the field. Oh, but the Kenyan misses it. But there is still 30 seconds left of this quarter.
Is he gonna whack that ball down the field? He does not choose to do that. Great control of that ball from the Zambian. Tries to get that ball off the field. Unfortunately, not meeting his teammate, and that is going to cost them a few more seconds as there are only 15 on the clock. Kenya's launching that aerial into the circle. He picks it
Brilliant
up well,
stuff.
whacks it, but
What
the
a
goalie
save
at the
from the
end of that.
goalkeeper.
Whoa, that is great stuff there. Goalkeeper very alert on that. And Kenya wins that ball. I shall give that last moment for the goalkeeper.
Captain.
Kenya 2, Zambia 1. That's what the full-time clock has decided will be the ending result. Unfortunately, Zambia not getting away with a win. Players are really disappointed as they are lying around on that grass right now. They did put up a great fight, Calvin. I'm not taking that away from them. It began as a 50-50 ball that started off in the first 3 chuckers. They really had great opportunities that they had there, just couldn't deliver. As we can see on the highlights, great balls coming in there from the Zambian team that they couldn't utilize. Kenyans making sure that theirs that are coming in were actually used, took the opportunity, and won themselves the game.
As you can see, the brilliant saves made by the Kenyan goalkeeper back to back.
Great.
Zambia really trying to press. Kenya trying to get a goal here. Brilliant off the back stick, but just went wide. The Zambian goalkeeper was really stepping, getting those extra moves in. Opportunities came. Emotions were high. Brilliant touches made. But at the end of the day, the final score is Kenya 2, Zambia 1.
And what a great contest, hey, Calvin. I did not think at lunch, when pretty much most of the people are hungry, that we could get such satisfaction just from a game of hockey. This was brilliantly done. They really went at it. Kenya was at the better end of this game. They were the much hungrier team that came into this game and leaving fully satisfied.
And that goal, that second goal by the Kenyan player had so much sting. Seemed like a bee with a vendetta indeed.
There we have the Junior African Cup, Tuesday 2024-2022. We are continuing with the tournament. Just now, we finished off the Kenya versus Zambia game. That ended at 2-1. Kenya showing off some sheer brilliance in that. The next game that's going to take off is the women's Kenya versus Zambia team. So it's going to be the women either showing the men how it's done or following in their footsteps. And then at 5 o'clock, we are taking on Namibia versus Zimbabwe men's game. And after that, the women will follow at 7 o'clock, Namibia versus Uganda. This is still great action-filled hockey coming your way. So please tune in on the hour, every hour. Some full-time stats that we can look at right now.
As you can see, Zambia was getting a lot of circle penetrations and utilizing their shots. But like I said, I believe the Kenyan staff must have really been listening to me, because I said it. They needed to get more clinical with their shots. As you can see, they got more shots off compared to the first and second chaka, and one of them did come off as a goal, which led to the win. Zambia had to be a bit more clinical this time as they had plenty of shots, but no goals from those shots.
As we can see there, Calvin, Richard Banta from Zambia winning himself a man of the match badge. He did do great work. Unfortunately, they didn't get away from with a point, but that does not take away from his brilliant execution on the field today.
As he made those brilliant runs from end to end and always treaded back to make sure he's in the defensive line. We saw it throughout the game. He was creating opportunities, making the runs, being a playmaker. I believe that was a fair man of the match. He did an excellent job throughout this game. However, the final score is once again Kenya 2, Zambia 1, and we are here at the Davin Trusco Astrofield in Windhoek, Namibia, live for the Junior Africa Cup 2025.
Yes, and what great hockey we have seen on a wonderful sunny Tuesday. I enjoyed myself, Calvin. I'm not sure about you, but this was great hockey that went on.
This was indeed great hockey, and then coming up next is the Kenyan women versus the Zambian women. Just like you said, will it be the Zambian women showing the men what they've got, or will it be the Kenyan women following in the Kenyan men's footsteps? As the women from Zambia and Kenya set up for the next match at 3 o'clock, and then later we have Namibia versus Zimbabwe at 5 as well for the men, as well as the women from 7, Namibia and Uganda, to end off the Tuesday Junior Africa Cup matches. Alright, and that's it from me. My name is Kelvin Itungi. Alongside me is Fernesta Pinar.
We are signing out for now, but we will be back, so please stay tuned.
Namibia proudly hosts the Junior Hockey World Cup qualifiers right in the heart of Windhoek. From the 18th to the 25th of April at Davin Trusco Hockey Stadium, the best young talents from across Africa will battle it out for a shot at global glory. Who will represent the continent on the world stage? Follow real-time updates and all the live action on all our NBC Sports social media platforms. This is more than just hockey. This is the road to the World Cup.